Welcome back to DevKit Weekly, where this week we'll be giving away one NetBurner MODM7AE70 development kits for free. To start, the MODM7AE70 IoT development kit is designed to help industrial operators add Ethernet to their operational networks, which is becoming a must as more and more operators transition to Industry 4.0. The main feature of the MODM7AE70 is 10100 megabits per second Ethernet and native support for IEEE 1588 PTP protocol. The IEEE 1588 Precision Time Protocol adds timestamping and a measure of determinism that hasn't been available previously from Ethernet standards, but is of utmost importance to industrial use cases. The MODM7AE70 also supports 802.3az, a standard that allows physical layer transmitters to consume less power during periods of low data activity, which is another plus. Now, onto the board. Due to its size and pins, you can use the MODM7AE70 to easily integrate Ethernet-based IoT connectivity for industrial use cases, or add it onto an existing design. To help industrial network engineers get off ground quickly, NetBurner has included a slew of software tools to assist with development. These include a graphical debugger, TCP/IP stack, embedded SSL, TLS, and SSH libraries for security, an HTTPS web server, FTP software, flash file system, which slot in around the micro COS RTOS that helps with scheduling, context switching, and multitasking on the system. More nuts and bolts of the development toolchain include an ANSI C++ compiler and linker, and access to the NB Eclipse IDE, though you may have already gotten that one for free on your own. If you're so inclined, NetBurner also offers Snmp protocol stack, but you have to have the license for that separately. These tools can be used to customize and write application code, tailor data filtering, develop your own network applications, and more. This will come in handy when integrating the MODM7AE70 into your industrial LAN, since there's probably some non-traditional needs tucked away in there. It's important to mention that NetBurner has made it abundantly clear that you cannot lose this license card. The card gives users access to download software and documentation in addition to 1 year of software and development tool updates. The kit also has great processing and storage capabilities. It hosts the Microchip SAM E70, a 32-bit ARM Cortex-M7 processor, which runs at 300 MHz clock speed with 8 megabytes of SD RAM, 2 megabytes of embedded flash, 384 kilobytes of embedded multi-port SRAM, and 1 kilobyte embedded low-power backup RAM. 9 different 16-bit timer counters are able to be chained to create 32-bit and 48-bit timer counters. Some functions include capture, compare, interrupt generation, frequency measurement, event counting, interval measurement, quadrature decoder, pulse generation, waveform generation, synchronization with PWM peripheral, delay timing, pulse width modulation, and 2-bit gray up-down counter for stepper motor control. 2 analog front-end controllers are based on an analog front-end cell that integrates a 12-bit ADC, a programmable gain amplifier, the DAC, and 2 6-to-1 analog multiplexers. This makes a conversion of 12 analog lines or 2 simultaneous conversions of 6 analog lines possible. On the board, users can access up to 12 USARTs, 5 UARTs, 3 I2Cs, and 4 SPIs. There are also 11 ADC inputs, 1 DAC output, and 53 total digital IOs, in addition to a 16-bit external bus interface. 3 2-wire interfaces are also featured. The 2-wire bus, made up of 1 clock line and 1 data line, has speeds of up to 400 kilobits in fast mode and up to 3.4 megabits in high-speed slave mode. The MODM7AE70 is also home to a temperature sensor that is internal to the processor. As far as power goes, the MODM7AE70 has 3.3 volts of DC input voltage at 100 milliamps typical and 250 milliamps max. with low power modes that help reduce power draw depending on the enabled peripherals. Now, all that's just on one small board, and we haven't even gotten to the companion board on the kit. But don't worry, we won't take up too much of your time going over it. The MOD-DEV-70CR is a host platform for the MOD-7AE70 that includes these DB9 ports for connecting peripherals, a barrel connector power supply, a switch terminal, an SD card slot, 3 50-pin expansion headers, and of course a mini USB for data and debugging. Within the kit, you'll also find a ribbon cable, a Blue Cat's patch cable, a USB cable, the quick start guide, and a NNDK license card with the platform serial number. This particular version hosts the MODM7AE70, which houses an RJ45 connector, but there is also another option that comes with a 10-pin header. If you want one of these kits for yourself, you can buy one directly from NetBurner for $129, or like I mentioned earlier, you can enter this week's raffle and try to win the one MODM7A70 kit that we're giving away for free. Both links are on your screen and they're going to be in the description below. Thanks for watching this week's Dev Kit Weekly. Good luck in the raffle. We'll see you guys next week.